What's up, TikTok? This is Efren with Phoenix Fire Welding. I'm going to show you how to turn this $12 Harbor Freight axe into this epic Viking War Axe. First thing, you want to remove all the black coating and the plastic coating that's on these axes that come from the warehouse this way. Just take a sanding wheel, grinding wheel, whatever you got. Just get rid of it. Just want to make it nice and clean. Next, get an idea of what you want your axe head to look like. I'm going to put a little notch right here. I've seen other axes like this. I think they look really cool. I don't have a plasma cutter, so I'm going to take the cutting wheel, make some notches in here so I can get that metal out of there. Then take the metal file like you see here. Just get it nice and smooth, best you can with the file at least. Next, take a barrel sander flapper wheel. I think this is 120 grit I'm using here. Get it smoothed up as best as you can. Just keep working it till you get it how you like it. I think this looks pretty good here for what I'm doing. Next, we're going to start prepping our metal for electro-etching. So I'm taking a 500 grit sanding wheel here, getting it nice and shiny, clean up as best as I can. Take out any imperfections you see. It's really going to help the electro-etching process. So next we're going to start making our vinyl cutouts. I found this really cool unit on Amazon, about $80. It's called Light Cut. Just take any image you find stock online, put it in here into the program, then it cuts it out just the way you like it and the size you want it. Once you get your vinyl cut out, stick it on your workpiece. Make sure it's nice and flat. We don't want any electrolyte solution getting underneath this vinyl. Find whatever designs you like, stick them on there. Now through the electro-etching. Make a simple electrolyte solution out of just salt water like I'm using here. Then find a power source you want to use. Some guys use a 9-volt battery. In this case, I'm using my Yes Welder 205 TIG Pro on the stick welding setting. So I put a piece of metal in the electrode holder. Then I put a cotton ball on the end of the metal rod here. Keep dipping that cotton ball in the electrolyte solution as many times as you need to. I'm running about 30 amps on my power supply here. You can go more, you can go less. It's whatever you're comfortable with. Try not to stay in one place too long, because if the vinyl gets hot, it has a tendency to want to lift up on you. I do this process for a good 10 minutes. Just keep hitting areas over and over again. Start removing your vinyl stickers. You can see. Start removing your vinyl stickers here so you can see how deep you etched. See if you want to go back, hit it some more. You'll definitely be able to feel what you've etched, and you get an idea of maybe next time you want to go longer, go shorter. It's really up to you. So we're going to move on to the handle for now. I got a mini cutting wheel here. I got a design that I roughly want to do here. So just take your cutting wheel, make your outline cuts. Just keep working it. It doesn't have to be too deep. I switched to a thinner cutting wheel for my interior little cuts I want to make here. Again, doesn't have to be too deep. We're going to go back and hit all these areas with black paint, and it's really going to make all these designs pop out. So the vinyl cutter comes in handy here as well. I got a design I wanted, stuck it on there, then make some black marks with a permanent marker as to where I want to make my cuts. Then I took a mini burr bit here and just slowly started working this little design out. Definitely take your time on this piece here. Just keep working it. Slow and steady here. Just take your time. For this next part, I just took some black acrylic craft paint. And I took a sponge brush here, and I'm trying to fill in all these little creases here. Same thing with the design here. Take the sponge brush, Make sure and fill in all those cuts as best you can, as thoroughly as possible. Next, take your sanding wheel, clean up your workpiece here. So all the areas that receive paint, it's going to stay there. A lot of that white residue you see there is just sawdust. We'll get it all cleaned up. Do the same thing with the emblem here. So all that black will stay. So I decided to stain my workpiece here. Found this really cool Sedona red stain. So I just took the sponge brush here, applied liberally, let it sit for about 10 minutes or so, and just rub it off, and it leaves a really cool color. So how I got the black background, as you see here, I just got some black spray paint, pretty much coated the whole thing here. So how I got the black background, as you see here, I just took the spray paint, pretty much lightly coated the whole thing here. If you had a black Natina stain, probably would be a lot better. Then take a 1500 grit sandpaper, and because those areas are etched, the black should stay in place, exposing only the pieces that you want to be seen. And you got to be really careful here. You don't want to press too hard with your sandpaper, otherwise you can get some of that etched area paint, and that's no good. Next, I took some leather strips, just wrapped them around. You can get creative here if you want. Some guys can do braids and whatnot. I don't know how to do that really well, so I just stripped it across there, put some glue on there to hold it in place. I decided to add some nickel studs to the piece here. I think this gives it a cool look. It's pretty dirty, it needs to be cleaned up. And there it is, folks, all cleaned up. If you have any questions at all on this tutorial, please leave a comment or even direct message me. I'd be glad to help you out. Once again, this was Efren with Phoenix Fire Welding. Have an awesome day.